Should I sell my San Jose home to an investor? Now, this is a question I get all of the time. The idea of selling quickly, skipping the hassle of showings and repairs, and getting a cash offer can be very tempting. But is it the right choice for you? Today, we're diving deep into the pros and cons of selling to an investor, including iBuyers like Opendoor. I'll break it all down so you can make the most informed decision possible for you and your family. First, let's talk about why the decision is so common. Many homeowners I work with face big life changes. Maybe you're relocating for a job in another city or state, dealing with a divorce, or trying to avoid foreclosure. These situations can feel overwhelming, and the thought of simplifying the process can be very appealing. Selling to an investor often feels like the easiest path because it promises speed and convenience. And hey, I get it. Selling your home can feel like just one more thing on an already overloaded to-do list. Now, let me share a quick story. I once worked with a family here in San Jose who needed to relocate quickly for a new job out of state. They had a short timeline, a house full of furniture, and 2 little boys under 5 years old. They were leaning toward selling to an investor because the process seemed so much simpler. But we took the time to break down their options, and they realized they could make the move work without sacrificing a huge chunk of their home's value. In the end, they sold traditionally on the market, and while it was a bit more work up front, they walked away with an extra $125,000. So here's benefit number 1 of selling to an investor, which is speed. This is the biggest draw for most homeowners. An investor sale is fast and convenient, and in many cases, you can close in as little as 7 days. Compare that to the traditional market where it might take 21 to 30 days, or maybe even longer to close. For homeowners who need to sell quickly, this kind of speed can feel like a lifesaver. So think about it. No waiting for buyers to secure financing, no endless back and forth negotiations, and no drawn out process. If you're in a situation where time is money, this benefit alone can be a game changer. Now, here's benefit number 2, cash offers. With investors, cash is king. There's no waiting for loan approvals or worrying about financing falling through at the last minute or appraisals. This certainly can take a lot of stress out of the process. If you've ever been part of a sale where the deal fell apart because the buyer couldn't get their loan approved, you know how frustrating and what a huge waste of time this can feel like. So here's benefit number 3. No repairs or staging. Investors, including iBuyers like Opendoor, buy homes as is. And that means you don't have to spend a dime fixing up the property or prepping it for sale. You don't even have to clean it up if you don't want to. Now, for homeowners who are overwhelmed or on a tight budget, this can feel like a huge relief. Imagine not having to touch up paint, fix that leaky faucet, or worry about landscaping. It's a huge time and energy saver. Now, this option is especially appealing for inherited homes or properties that have been rented out and need a lot of TLC. Now, let's consider the drawbacks of selling to an investor. Here's drawback number 1, price. Investors, including iBuyers like Opendoor, are in the business of making a profit on your home. And that means they are looking to buy homes at least 10 to 30% below the market value. In a market like San Jose, where home prices are high, that discount can mean leaving tens or more likely hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. So here's a quick example. Let's say your home could sell for $1 million on the open market. An investor might offer you $800,000, and now that's easy math. That's a $200,000 difference. Now, some iBuyers might make an offer a bit closer to market value, but this brings us to their fees, which is drawback number 2. The fees they charge. iBuyers often advertise their process as simpler and cheaper than a traditional sale, but their fees can and do add up. Instead of paying an agent's commission, usually around 3 to 6%, iBuyers' fees range from 5 to 12% or even higher, depending on the market and property condition. For example, Opendoor charges a service fee that's typically around 5%, but they also deduct costs for repairs and adjustments based on the condition of the home. If you sell a $1 million home to Opendoor, you might pay $50,000 in service fees, plus repair costs that they estimate and subtract from your offer. That could push the effective fee closer to 8 or 9%, which is significantly more than what an agent would charge you. Now, this brings us to drawback number 3, which is limited negotiation. When you sell to an iBuyer or an investor, their offers are often non-negotiable. What they offer is what you get. Remember, they aren't emotionally involved. All they care about is their bottom line and the profit that they can make on your home. With iBuyers, you can sometimes request adjustments, but the pricing algorithms and service fees leave little room for flexibility. It's pretty much a take it or leave it situation, and if you don't like it, they will simply move on to the next deal. So, what should you do? The answer really depends on your goals. Are you looking for a fast, hassle-free sale, or are you hoping to get top dollar for your home? If you're unsure, let's chat. I'll help you weigh your options and figure out what makes the most sense for you and your situation. I've also got a free guide for San Jose home sellers that can help you get started. I'll put a link down below. Now, your home is one of your biggest assets. Don't leave money or peace of mind on the table. Whatever you decide, we'd love to help. And be sure to check out my next video.
Hey guys, for more content similar to this, smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.
Good.